I do is I really enjoy serving and supporting individuals from a holistic perspective by way of professional, by way of personal development, and then, of course, focusing on the mental health aspect. Today, like I shared with you all before, I wanted to really make sure that we got value in regards to mastering our time. I said we're going to talk about a little bit of time blocking because time is something that I've struggled with, right? This is something that I've struggled with for some time, learning how to maximize my time and learning how to truly leverage how much time was in the day. Because I would show up to birthday dinners late. I would show up to class late. I would show up to work late. And then it got to the point to where I realized that when I truly become intentional by maxing out my time, I truly become intentional by putting time where it's supposed to be, putting those areas of focus where they're supposed to be, giving them a certain amount of set time, then I could truly be successful. So wherever you're streaming from, I would encourage you to share out this broadcast. In addition to that, if you're not watching the video, if you're listening to the audio version or the replay, I would encourage you to go on YouTube and be sure to check out this episode because I'm going to walk us through a strategy to help us become more effective by maximizing our time throughout the course of a day. So, friend, I want you to come on and go with me. But first, I want to talk about why time blocking is important and why time blocking is essential. And you can see I'm outside today. I'm just enjoying getting a little bit of taking the elements in, getting some sun. You see the sun hitting me. It looks good, right? On this melanated skin, it looks good. Um, but anyway, so I'm outside just taking in some sun, taking in a little bit of air. So if you hear the background noise or anything like that, don't mind it. But this will add some value to your life today. So first and foremost, why is time blocking important? It's important and essential because it gives you a sense of control with your time. So that's the first reason. It gives you a level of control. The second reason, when you begin to map out areas of your life, this is how you can measure how much success you're having or how much success you're missing out on. And lastly, when you prioritize and when you time block, now it allows you to show you how much time you should be giving to family, how much time you should be putting in business, how much time you should be investing other places that you may not be investing. So you're seeing where your time is going. So I want to just show you all what my week looked like last week. And I was going throughout the course of this, filling it out so I can begin to prepare for next week. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and share right here. I want to share my screen. Okay, we're going to go ahead and share. Let me see. And then we'll be able to get a good gist of what time blocking really looks like. So here we go. So now we're sharing the screen and let me get it up. Boom, time blocking. So look, friends, we can see just right here, right? So basically when we break down time blocking, what does that really look like? The first things first is that we want to have the time or the amount of time on the left-hand side or just on your document, on your sheet, whatever it may be. But you want to have it, you can do increments of 30 minutes. You can do increments of an hour. You can do 15-minute increments. You can do 5-minute increments. Because I know for some of us, depending on how long we stare at a particular thing or how long we allot for a specific or particular task, we know how long we'll be good without distractions, right? So understanding that, I want to first encourage you to get a time block. I would suggest 15-minute or 30-minute increments. 15 minutes is always good to start out with. And then from that point, you can begin to increase as you have begun to increase your level of focus and know that you won't be susceptible to distractions. So on the first side, we have the time. So you see we have 6, we have 6:37. Then we're going to go ahead and go to Monday, right? So for Monday, you see, I typically start off all my days with devotion and then praise and worship. If I don't get in my devotion, and I don't take the time to center myself, and I don't take the time to do my praise and worship, then I'm not the most pleasant husband to be around my wife. I'm not the most pleasant individual to interact with on a daily basis. So first, I understand that in order for me to max out my productivity, the first thing I must do is center myself. So right here, we see, boom, I do that at the tip of every day because that sets my intention and that sets my mind for the day. Next, boom, we got 7 a.m. right here. So now I'm preparing for SYSA. That's Speak Your Success Academy, because later on that night, later on that evening at 6 p.m. on Mondays, that's when we have the Speak Your Success Academy, where we're training young professionals and student athletes on having their own podcast, creating their own podcast, starting their own brand. So that's what we do there. We see we have a little bit of gap, and it's okay to have gaps throughout the course of your schedule. But just like a budget, I would encourage you to fill in that gap. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to put in break time. Now, when you begin to put in break time, and then it comes up to that time in your schedule, now you're giving yourself permission to do nothing for that 30 minutes. You're giving yourself permission to lay on the couch. You're giving yourself permission to walk around the neighborhood. You're giving yourself permission to scroll on social media. And ultimately, just like in a budget, it's accounted for during that time. Here, we got 8 to 8:30. You all know what we do from 8 to 8:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays. We do the success sermons live. So understanding that we're doing that, we have to put it in the schedule. We have to put it in the agenda. And then right here, 9 to 9:30, you see that's empty time, because on Mondays is typically my development days. So understanding that, we see at 10:30, we do reading. 11:30, I'm checking out a documentary. I was watching a kid from Coney Island, the Stephon Marbury documentary. And then down here at 12 to 12:30, you see we got the lunchtime workout. And just because I block off from 12 to 12:30 does not mean that I'm going to do a 30-minute workout every day. My wife and I, sometimes we'll go in, sometimes we'll do a 15-minute workout. Sometimes we'll do a warm-up workout for 20 minutes. You do not have to do exactly that full amount of time. Just like when you budget things, just because you budget $150 to go to the grocery store and go shopping does not mean that you're going to spend all $150 in one trip. You can spend $125. And by way of you not spending the full time, now towards the end of the day, you have more time to yourself. But my friends, I just wanted to bring you in, just wanted to show you this document, and just wanted to show you, I personally like colors, so I incorporate colors throughout my schedule, throughout my time blocking. And also when you incorporate colors, you see it actually makes physical blocks within the schedule, within the document. So as I went through and I was looking at the course of my week, and as I took some time, I was beginning to realize that I spend a lot of time doing this right here, doing the podcast editing, and also spend a lot of time relationship building, but lastly, studying speaking, right? If I calculated up where I spend most of my time, it would be through studying speaking by way of listening to other presenters, by way of reading PowerPoints, reading content, or even just preparing for another presentation is how I spend a large majority of my time. Another piece is podcast editing throughout the course of the day, because podcast editing can take some time depending on the system that we have in place to edit. And we talk about that throughout Speak Your Success Academy. And then lastly, we got the relationship building. Relationship building is so essential for me in my business because it allows me to connect with other people. It allows me to serve other people better. But ultimately, your network determines your net worth, or vice versa. Your net worth is determined by your network. So who are you connected with and who are you spending time with? Is what I have to ask myself as I go throughout the course of the day. And I just want to show you all this towards the end. And now we see here at 6 o'clock, at 6 p.m., that's when my day ends, right? Because I'm a married man. And my wife and I, we've had some conversations and we've talked. And we said, well, you know, you go in, you work at a certain time, you clock out a certain time. So understanding that right here at 6 p.m., that's when I go spend time with my wife. You see, we got the watch Netflix time with my wife, because that's when we watch Netflix. That's when we eat. That's when we enjoy a good movie. We laugh. We do all that great stuff. But understanding that that's the way the schedule is set up, and that's the way that I operate in my life and in my business. So my friends, I really want to encourage you to take time and to identify how that works. Oh, you said you can't see the screen. Oh no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Could you see the screen when I went through it? Could you see the screen, or you still could not see the screen? Adrian, could you see the screen? Oh man, I thought we were sharing. Man, oh man, I thought we were sharing on the screen. Oh wow. But if we weren't sharing on the screen, oh, it was perfect. Okay, okay, it was perfect. Good, good, good. Okay, there it is. Good deal, good deal. Okay, so yeah, so everybody, I would encourage you to take the time to time block. I thought we couldn't see the screen for a second, but apparently we are good. But my friends, if you have any questions or any comments, please put it over in the comments section, because I would love to answer your questions in regards to time blocking, because it's helped me see a high level of success. It's helped me truly maximize in my life. So therefore, let's get out of here. So therefore, my friends, if there are any questions, or if there's any way that I can serve and support you, please let me know. Please let me know. And if we couldn't see the screen, I'll go back and I'll edit it up, and then I'll post it to make sure that we have access to it, and make sure that everybody can check it out. Everybody can stream it and all that good stuff. But my friends, I can't say this enough. Time blocking is truly essential. Time blocking will allow you to see a lot of fruit in your life. So successors, just wanted to hop on. Just wanted to take time. Wanted to encourage you all just by way of time blocking, because it will help you master your time. I promise you, you'll begin to realize that you have so much time in a day. And with time blocking, you can incorporate time for you to go on Twitter. You can incorporate time for you to go live. You can incorporate time for you to eat breakfast. Like whatever it is you do, when you begin to plan it out, you begin to realize and see, it's like, wow, I did not know ultimately how much I could accomplish and what I could accomplish throughout the course of a day. So yeah, but my friends, you see I got my number on the screen, 404-585-7284. Text me. Let's talk about time blocking. Let's talk about how I can further serve and support you. But ultimately, my friends, the goal is for us to grow professionally. The goal is for us to grow personally and from a mental health perspective. That's what I'm all about, and that's what I'm for. So my name is Jonathan Jones, TEDx speaker and best-selling author, reminding you, speak your success, believe in your greatness, and please continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you want to live any other way? Take care, my friends. Until next Monday. Next Monday, I haven't even decided what we're going to go into just yet. But just stay tuned. Make sure you're connected with us on social. Follow me. Just type in Jonathan J Speaks, and it'll pull up on just about any platform. And I'm gonna post out what we're gonna talk about next week. Might just do an open Q&A, just answer some questions for you all, and see how we can move forward from going from there. All right, my friend.